Hey guys, 8-Bit Josh here, and today we're going to take a look at my top 5 most anticipated sim/management games for 2021. So let's jump right in. First up, we have Paralives. Paralives is a life simulation game for PC and Mac. In Paralives, you are free to build homes, create characters, and manage their lives inside their homes and all around an open world town. Paralives reminds me a lot of The Sims, which I'm a big fan of and have been playing since the very first Sims games. But I'm glad to see another life sim game being developed because as much as I love The Sims, I feel like EA has kind of been resting on their laurels a bit with that series, so another game in this genre is a welcome addition in my opinion. Just like The Sims, you can create your own character who are called Parafolk, customize their appearance, clothing, and personality. Building looks really easy from what I've seen so far, but unlike The Sims, you're not limited to a grid, so you're free to build walls of any length or angle. You can also fully customize object colors as well as the size of windows and furniture. If you're wondering where the name Paralives comes from, it's actually a reference to parallel lives. Paralives doesn't currently have a scheduled release date, but I'm hoping we'll at least get an early access release in 2021. For more information, make sure to check out Paralives on Steam. Up next is Tastemaker Restaurant Simulator. Tastemaker is an upcoming tycoon game that puts you in charge of making your own restaurant. Build and decorate, manage staff, serve delicious food, and more. As someone who used to be a sous chef and still consider myself to be a pretty big foodie, I'm really looking forward to a tycoon game that puts you in charge of creating and running a restaurant because, really, it's the closest I'll ever get to owning my own restaurant. If you have a love of tycoon games like I do and have a love for food, definitely keep an eye out on this game. Tastemaker is currently planned for early access release on February 18th. Next up is Mondo Museum by Viewport Games. This is another tycoon-style game that lets you build and run your own world-class museum. Mondo Museum lets you construct, administer, and curate your own custom museum, make exhibits by mixing and matching hundreds of items across multiple collections from dinosaurs to space exploration. As with any tycoon game, not only will you need to manage your museum, but you'll need to manage your guests by adding facilities such as gift shops, and hiring specialized staff such as researchers, conservators, and docents to keep your displays intact. Mondo Museum doesn't currently have a release date listed, but is slated for an early access release in 2021. Next on the list is Honey, I Joined a Cult from Soul Survivor Games. Honey, I Joined a Cult is a 1970s themed cult management simulator in which players undertake the management of their very own cult, recruiting new followers and acolytes, designing the layout of their groovy headquarters, and growing their influence. The game has a very similar style as Prison Architect and looks to have the same sort of whimsical take on a more serious, real-world scenario. In Honey, I Joined a Cult, you'll need to design and build the layout of your headquarters, recruit cultists and followers to maintain the organization's smooth operation. There will be missions and challenges to complete as well, such as fulfilling the demands of your cult's leader so they stay happy, overcome threats from nosy journalists, and you'll even be able to choose the deity your cult worships. Honey, I Joined a Cult is slated for early access release in 2021. And last but definitely not least is probably my most anticipated sim game of 2021, Prehistoric Kingdom. Prehistoric Kingdom is a zoo simulation game that focuses on extinct animals. To me, the game looks like a cross between Planet Zoo and Jurassic World Evolution. Like those games, you'll need to design and build habitats for your animals, manage their welfare, as well as manage staff and guest needs. Prehistoric Kingdom will have many types of extinct animals such as dinosaurs, mammals such as the woolly mammoth, and even smaller flying animals such as the microraptor, which will require special habitats called mini aviaries. And I tell you what though, the game looks freaking fantastic. The animal models are super detailed and realistic, and the foliage, rocks, terrain, and water look great. And if you know me, I'm just as excited for all the plants and rocks as I am for the animals, if not more so. One aspect of Prehistoric Kingdom that has me really excited is the ability to resize objects. In my opinion, this will really blow open the game for those of us who like to get really detailed with our builds. Prehistoric Kingdom is currently slated for, I believe, an early access release in Q2, which is typically the April, May, June timeframe. So make sure to head over to Steam and wishlist the game now so you don't miss any updates. So there you go, guys. That's my top 5 most anticipated sim games for 2021. What are some of your most anticipated sim games coming out this year? Definitely let me know in the comments, especially if it's a game not mentioned in this video, as I'm always looking to check out new sim or tycoon style games. And while you're at it, make sure to subscribe and hit that bell icon too, so you don't miss any content. And if you ever want to hang out with us live, head over and give my Twitch channel a follow. The link to that is in the description below. I stream every Saturday, Sunday, and Tuesday, and we would love to have you come hang out with us. So, as always, be sure to leave your comments, suggestions, and feedback down below. I am 8-Bit Josh, and thanks for watching. See ya.